Yeah, this your boy Drumma Boy, aka D-Boy Fresh, and you just skipped class on the progress report. Hey, yeah.
The progress report.
All right, what's going on? It's your girl Lala Shepherd. Just another episode of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report. Man, we got Drumma Boy back in the building.
Hey, what's happening?
Okay, the one and only, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, Drumma, it's a lot going on right now. You know what I mean? So I just first want to ask you how you feeling mentally and spiritually?
I'm blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm connected. I'm down here to do, God's work anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? I know, you know what I'm saying? You got to take them on the chin, you know what I'm saying? And it's about, as much as we get knocked down, picking other people up while you down, you know what I'm saying? It might be somebody laying on the floor and you just got knocked down, they laying down there with you, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of conversations that you can get all the way on that ground level. And it helps you, pick up the others that's down there and then we all stand as one, you know what I mean? Which is even stronger than what you were standing on before, so. The foundation continues to get stronger, you know what I'm saying, and we continue to serve our purpose.
Nah, for sure. The last time that we did an interview was right after, I think, the Gucci and Jeezy verses, so that was the last time that we talked, but it's been, of course, a lot of stuff that's been going on in the meantime. So first, I definitely want to bring up Gangsta Boo, because I know, when we had spoke, I know tomorrow's the day, you know what I mean, that y'all laying her to rest, so just how are you feeling mentally getting ready for that?
I know what she want, you know what I'm saying, and I keep hearing her voices in my head, you know what I'm saying, so, you know what I mean, executioner, period. That's all it's about, just the execution of everything, you know what I'm saying, and then I'll take everything else, how it happened after that, you know what I'm saying. Being around a lot of people, some that you're happy to see, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of people that, they might get the truth out of me when they see me. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of moments that, I'm kind of actually excited about. You know what I mean? 2023 has been, kind of just, able to see exactly what's what, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? And you always see that through a deaf. It's crazy like how deaf will open the eyes and, even give you better enlightenment on who's who, you know what I mean? And it's always good to know, you know what I mean? And as bosses, as kings, as presidents, as executives, we all have to sit down with our enemies at some point in time, you know what I mean? And a lot of times, it could be something silly that we arguing over that we got them call a truce and be like, man, this, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes the circumstances, the families involved, the people involved, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more difficult than that, you know what I mean? So it's almost like somebody got to give up something, type of thing. So, may the truth set you free, you know what I mean? And, I look forward to moments like this, you know what I'm saying? So it helps us unify, you know what I mean? And it helps, just put a foot down on what's what. So it's said, it's heard, it's known, you know what I mean? And it's respected.
I hear that. Now, prior to everything happening, what was y'all plans for, this year? And also, what was y'all last conversation like? Because I know y'all was real tight, and I know y'all was recently at Scotty's concert as well, too.
Yeah, last thing I was talking to Boo about literally was when the video coming out. I shot the last video Gangsta Boo shot. You know what I mean? I interviewed her for my documentary. That was the last interview we got from Lola. I ain't even looked at it yet. That's what's so crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just got the first cut of I'm a Mac video we shot with Crunchy Black, Lil Chat, and Gangsta Boo at Central Station Hotel, one of her favorite hotels. I interviewed her in her favorite spot in front of the speakers. Everything she hit me like, man, I'm gonna be there the night before. I flew to Memphis just to knock out everything for Boo, and it's crazy because she had missed both of her flights. So she ain't end up getting to Memphis at like 6:30. I'm already here, so I had to rearrange the day, go ahead and shoot Crunchy part, go ahead and shoot Lil Chat parts, and then set everything up for Boo. But, she was my sister. Like, I had fun changing and rearranging and doing anything and everything I could anytime she called me and asked me to do anything. And she expressed interest, particularly in shooting this video and making sure that she gave me everything I needed to promote the song right, along with the project Welcome to My City Volume 4. She was just all in. Anything you need me to do, drum, whatever. You know, I'm getting my name and all of that trademark. You know, I gave her a recommendation on a trademark attorney. I also recommended Donald Woodard and Yawanda Carter, their new law firm, to her, the entertainment company. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know, she was just excited about 23 and just having her business in line. She was looking at some new upcoming female artists that she wanted to sign. You know what I mean? And you know, she was just, you know, working on the album, working on the book, working, you know, wanted to start her documentary. So, you know, it was just all about the Boo print, Gangsta Boo, Lola Mitchell, you know what I mean? And getting everything done that she wanted to get done. She was excited about GloRilla, Mulatto, you know what I mean? Them paying homage to her and including her in this new generation of sound and music, you know what I'm saying? She was on one. She was excited, she was happy, she was energetic, and she definitely had her game face on.
Definitely, and I was gonna mention the girls. I know Kay Carbon that came up here and spoke very highly of her too. So I think, you know, the beautiful thing is she was able to get her flowers, you know what I mean, and receive those joints.
Facts.
And you mentioned an important fact just now. So you about to release a documentary.
Yeah, I'm working on my documentary.
Time for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me about that.
Basically just a wake up, you know what I'm saying? Shit, showing niggas who I am and, you know, what I've done, what I represent. Cause I think it's so much that it's like, you just get bored with me just blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? But during the process of that, when you hear certain songs or, you know, even if I sing the song to you, girl, drop it to the floor. Oh, you did it? Damn it, well, I'm round, I'm getting it. I'm round, I'm getting it. You be like, damn, you did that shit too? Or you just do you. I'ma do me. Damn, my boy, you goddamn woo. I put on for my city, on
Big drummer.
for my city. You know what I'm saying? Damn, you goddamn, you know what I'm saying? It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, you know what I mean? Bam, and just giving people the rundown. Like, a lot of people don't even understand that's just the music. They didn't even talk about, you know, the plays I done set up, you know what I mean? Introducing Dolph to Gucci, 2 Chainz, you know what I mean? Putting Dolph just on my back. Like, man, whatever you need, I got you. You the next out of Memphis. I was excited. And I always been excited about putting my own artists in the game. You know what I mean? And instead, you know, I taught a lot of guys the business. You know what I mean? And allowed them to run their own machine, run their own ship, you know what I'm saying? Bread gang, head, that's family, Moneybag Yo, anything they needed, Zebo, any guidance that we needed, you know what I'm saying, or he needed, you know, I've been there for all these guys, you know what I'm saying? Yo got it from the beginning, I&E days, you know what I mean? And just, you know what I'm saying, taking it to the next level, learning so much from Pepper, Mouth of the South, just on the promotion end, how to promote, where to promote, why we're promoting, you know what I mean? Even before the social media and just from a street standpoint, you know what I mean? From a radio standpoint, working hand in hand with Lester Pace and just understanding the radio game, the radio business and putting that dollar, spending that money on your name to help market your music. Some people call it help program, you know what I'm saying, your music. And a lot of people are learning your words through that programming, you know what I mean? So just the importance of these other attributes and a la cartes that we have to us, so to speak, Wendy Day, learning so much on the music business end, you know what I mean, about copyrights and publishing and royalties, entertainment attorneys, management, and being able to delegate those things, you know what I mean? So we've been had the cheat code, you know what I mean, and it's been a blessing coming up under my brother, Ensayne Wayne, R.I.P. I was getting $2,500 a beat when I was working on Tila, and that was my brother price. You know what I mean? So cause of Big Bro, we 14 years apart, but cause of Big Bro, I'm coming in at $2,500 a piece too. I did 3 on Tila. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee, We Wangin', and Strive. You know what I mean? And you know, that's $7,500, bam, I come to Atlanta, first song I do on Pastor Troy, pop that pussy, make them get that money right. Make them get that money right. Yeah. I'm 19, I ain't even old enough to get in the strip club. Bam, Troy got 4 bands a beat for me. You know what I mean? So that's 8,000 I did off in this game and pop that pussy. You know what I mean? So that money, that respect, you know what I mean, and being able to get that advance allowed me to get my first 3-bedroom crib in Stone Mountain, get on my feet. I was able to bump into Gucci. I was able to establish a relationship with Big Block, Boys in the Hood. I was able to, you know, catch my first big placement with that standing ovation, you know what I mean, and that went triple platinum. Bam, from that, I'm able to turn that into Plies. First record I do with Plies, Shawty, T-Pain, you know what I'm saying? You know, and just, you know, turning every, you know, opportunity into a lifetime moment, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, doing what's in my pocket, dog, big face, hundreds, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the energy, you know what I mean? And I think that's what you're gonna learn through my documentaries, that energy is bigger than the beats, is sometimes bigger than the business, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of guys spend 3 million, 8 million, 10 million, still can't get their artist on, you know what I mean? So at some point you gotta talk to the spirit. At some point you gotta tap in with the spirit, and I think that's why certain places that you work, you make some of the greatest music like a Patchwork because of the spirits and that energy, and it's positive. So it's motivating and encouraging you to make good music that make women want to dance too and feel good too and smile. Anytime women start dancing and smiling immediately when the beat come on, you got one.
Facts.
You know what I mean? The energy's right, the positivity, you know what I mean? You want all of that to reciprocate, you know what I mean? And people to relate. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to you making them go kill somebody, or you making them feel like wanting to kill something, or you making them feel like they want to beat something down, or you know what I mean? It's certain music like that, which we love too, you know what I'm saying? We work out to that. I take that music and I work out to it. I channel that energy still in a positive way. So it's all about the music you make, the emotions that you bring out of the inner. And be careful who you collaborate with, man, because it ain't meant to collaborate with everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta clean their spirit up before they get to you. You feel what I'm saying? They gotta dust they shoulders off a few times before they get to you. So, you know what I mean? Keep your energy top tier.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's one of the reasons why I always fuck with you, though. You've been a student of the game, and you always giving back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Never been a time where you ain't not gave back, so I love that.
Sure.
And big salute. Now, you definitely said a lot of things. You know, the last time that we spoke, you know, Dolph was still around. So with Dolph not being here anymore, you know, what was y'all last conversation like? And, you know, tell me, what did he mean to Memphis and hip-hop?
My last thing Dolph told me was, I ain't even gonna tell you too much, you know what I'm saying, where we was at, but man, he basically, I jumped out the car. It was so serious, you know what I'm saying? My car still running, and if you see where we was at, you'd be like, man, ain't no way in hell, like, you leaving your car running right here, I walked up to his truck, you know what I'm saying, and first thing he said was, man, you Drumma Boy. And he said it to me almost in a sense, like a lot of people kind of tell me this a lot, because, you know, I'm humble, you know what I'm saying? I like to keep my toes down to the ground. I don't like to get drifted, you know, in the clouds and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Especially without no parachute, nothing on, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
We ain't skydivers on the regular, but it helped me realize, like, damn, sometimes you forget who you are, because I don't walk around like, man, I'm Drumma Boy, nigga, woo, 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 nigga, like Big Bad Wolf. I walk around like, shit, man, I'm Drumma Boy. Hey, good to meet you. What you need, let me know. Shit, woo, woo, woo. These my prices, woo, woo, woo. Holler at me when you need me. You know what I'm saying? On some respect shit. So I don't come in just demanding business. If you do business with me, cool. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga was just like, man, you Drumma Boy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, to go back to Gangsta Boo, I'm looking at her Drink Champs interview, and she like, man, you know, Drumma Boy, woo, he produced Look at My Dab, da 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 da. He produced I Put On, man. He produced Buku Bangers, da 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 da. He a Leo, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? And he a humble motherfucker, humble giant, but he got to get out of that shit. He a Leo, you know what I mean? And it's like sometimes you do gotta pop your shit, you know what I mean? The shit that I can pop. To be honest with you, is like,
yeah,
that shit bigger than a bag of popcorn. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's, you know what I mean? But I always try to pop my shit in a positive form where you can learn from the shit. And I ain't stunting or looking down upon, because we all equal. We all got the same blood. We all got the same talent. We all got the same, you know what I mean, possibilities. You know what I mean? And I just get so many more blessings from that energy. But still putting a little bit on the popping. You know what I mean? So 2023 kind of just hitting different. You know what I'm saying? That shit, like, you know, I can't hold back. Like, it's like almost like if you hold back, you almost lose a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Damn, you saw he was finna walk off straight off the cliff. You ain't gonna tell the bro, hey man, woo, hey, watch out now. Hey, be safe down that way. It's laws down that way. You know what I'm saying? Don't go down that street. Woo, it's a dead end, man. They got the road blocked. You know what I'm saying? And I can see you drunk as hell, and I don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Woo, even if you ain't my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just really want to see, you know what I mean? Somebody incarcerated or somebody get into some shit. So, you know, just speaking up by saving certain lives, by saving certain situations, you know what I mean? By deferring altercations, it then allowed more blessings and more things to pop up. And it's like domino effect.
For sure.
Because of that, now all of this other good shit happening. Because I just saved these two niggas from killing each other, which would have trickled down to some more deaths and some more deaths and some more griefs and some more, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta speak up, you know what I mean? And help your people, you know what I mean? You can't help everybody, but the one thing you can do is speak up, send a message, you know what I mean? Even if you ain't sending it direct, call the homie of the homie and be like, hey bro, hey man, you need to check your people, bro. You know, it ain't in my power, or it ain't in my position to talk to your people like that, but, you know, send somebody else to, you know what I mean? And then you still save the situation.
Hell yeah. You know, going back to Dolph though, talk about embracing his artists and how do you feel like they carrying the torch right now? I know I seen Moochie was just on your recent project.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Moochie, Dolph, Key Glock, you know, the whole paper route, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like it's man, just special to see what he was able to do, you know what I mean? And how you know, once you really see how hands-on Dolph was with the production, the arrangement of verses, you know what I mean? He could just hear who need to go here. Hey, move this around. Hey, switch this. Hey, do this to the beat. Take all the drums out right here. I don't want to hear no drums right here. I just want it to be the vocals. You know what I mean? And then bam, his drop choice, just he'll come in and help select the songs. We'll go through 50 songs, 100 songs. And he'd be like, man, these my favorite 10 right here. They're my favorite, you know what I mean? And then we get everybody else's list, but Dolph was just, he reminded me of me just with the ear. You know what I mean? And he was like that even before he was the talented rapper. Like I watch him mold himself into a good rapper. Same thing I watched with Rick Ross. I remember Ross. Every day I'm hustling Ross, and then here I am Ross. You know what I mean? Like he worked at it. It wasn't something that he would it just happened. Like he was on it, like, you know what I'm saying? And reading certain things and then listening to a lot of people. Dolph is a conversationist. So he will pick your brain or ask you certain questions or how we get this done. Or what's the best way to go about doing this? You know what I'm saying? He will always ask them type of questions. You know what I mean? And he listened. And he would take that information he got and then execute and put a bag behind it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people like that, I seen Gotti do the same thing. I seen Moneybagg do the same thing. I seen 2 Chainz do the same thing. Rocco do the same thing. Plies do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's the blueprint is there. You know what I mean? But it's so many people that's just randomly spending money in so many different places, and then you got this the day of the scam. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a scheme or got something for you to spend some money somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, you know, do your research, do your due diligence, just like in the street or anything else you're gonna do. Man, what's up with bro? You know what I'm saying? As soon as I get to a certain city or this or that, man, what's up with, you know? If you don't know, ask a question, man. You know what I mean? And I think the more we ask, you know, even asking Google, you can find out so much. Google was pretty cool coming up when I was a kid, but man, it's everything right now. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? Any and everything you need to know, you can ask Google. You know what I'm saying? Between that and the street check, man, follow the blueprint. You can't lose.
We want you to come skip class with us and share your story on our new segment called Skipping Class.
Look, we want to talk to all the artists, indie or mainstream, or if you're an entrepreneur, come build your brand with us and tell your story to the world.
You'll also get the shot in our locker, and you'll get promo clips for all your fans. So DM us today or visit our website, tprmediagroup.com. Get locked in with us.
Well, random fact, man. Your brother Ensayne Wayne produced one of my favorite Dolph records, that Money, Power, Respect joint, man. I still listen to that joint every day, man.
For sure.
So salute to both of them guys.
Absolutely.
And you know, with Memphis, man, it's like y'all musically, y'all doing so many beautiful things, but also too, I feel like Memphis is hurting right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just had Big Scar just passed away too. Like, do you feel like Memphis has like a plague, or what's going on with it?
Memphis, coming out of Memphis, we got a lifestyle, man, and it's, you know, coping with pain. That's the first thing that you're gonna have to deal with, just coming out of the city of Memphis. You're gonna, you know, you losing family members, or you seeing your mama struggle every day, your dad struggle, or your family struggling, or just always want to do more for your family. So from the get-go, you want to get out there, hustle, get to the money. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of times dealing with pain, we on pills, we popping pills, you know what I'm saying? Or we on lean, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, this generation chasing a different high, you know what I'm saying? Like, we might have been smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? Some folks doing coke, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever really your drug of choice is. But, you know, I think overindulging in anything can lead to death, you know what I mean? So it's so much pain, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the laws you dealing with, then you got, you know what I'm saying, just so much on you and so much stress. And then, you know what I'm saying, to the public, people looking at you like everything all peaches and cream, and you know what I'm saying, you this big rapper and this and that. So it could become, you know, real quick, a lot of pressure built, you know what I'm saying, on you. And you know what I'm saying, just how guys are handling that. I think, you know, the most thing needed in our industry is therapy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've always tried to be as therapeutic as I can outside of just a producer. You know what I mean? Asking people how they day going, or how you doing? Like, how you doing, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we'll have to go get some drinks, or, you know what I mean? Like, cool off and get the stress out the mind, so you can make something that is happy and motivating and pushing something positive, you know what I mean, that can take you and your show game to the next level. So
For sure.
Some guys listen, some guys, you know, stuck in their ways, but at some point we gotta learn how to evolve. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you know, look at it like going commercial is a bad thing, or, you know, I'm turning my back on the street, you know what I'm saying? But it's a way to keep the street in it and still fit the format to make things, you know what I'm saying, work. Just seeing Plies go from 5,000 a show to 50,000 a show, that's a big difference, you know what I mean? Having those commercial billboard hits, you know what I mean? So we gotta talk to our brothers, uplift our brothers, and create some kind of camaraderie and unification process with hip hop and trap in general, that gives these guys, you know, a network where you can pick up the phone and call, and, you know what I'm saying, hey bro, I need somebody to talk to. Ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying? It might not come from within your circle.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's hard to trust guys outside your circle. So, you know what I mean? Just finding that medium between the two, you know what I mean, where we can have better conversations, forums, panels, whatever, you know, necessary. I'm on board. Anybody want to join me? Let's get it.
Definitely, man. I respect that. Now, you know, when we talking about Memphis, it ain't all bad neither. So I want to talk about just, you know, your thoughts on the newcomers of Memphis that's, you know, that's helping keeping that torch alive, such as the Deuces, you know, the Gloss Ups, the GloRilla, the K Carbons, and have you collaborated with any of those people yet?
I just worked with Deuce. I just worked with GloRilla, Project Pat. I just did one with Deuce and ATN Rich Baby. So, you know, them family, we working on Welcome to My City Volume 5, as well as Drumma Boy and Friends Volume 1. And I just came to the conclusion that I'm gonna have to put Drumma Boy and Friends out in volumes, because it's too many friends, it's too many relationships to try to squeeze on one album. So we turning it into volumes. And it's kind of like the music doing the same thing the movies doing. Less movies, more series, more volume based. So I'm with it, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited about Welcome to My City Volume 5. Also excited about Drumma Boy and Friends dropping this year as well.
Definitely, and that lead me right into my next point. We was gonna talk about Welcome to My City Volume 4, you know what I mean?
For
And
sure.
I wanted to ask you, you know, talk about the difference from being in artist mode versus producer mode, because I know technically when you put it together, it's a mixture of both, but what's the difference for you?
Man, really getting the message across, man. When I rap, I got something to say. You know what I mean? I ain't really hitting you with the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? It's really just something to say. But Tate Street Boys is a community, that's a street in South Memphis. My second mama live on, you know what I'm saying? Miss Isom, Betty Isom. She did everything and a lot of things positive for the streets and for the, you know, South Memphis as a whole. You know what I'm saying? From Claiborne Homes to, man, any other of the homes, you know what I'm saying, through South Memphis. You know, man, salute to Betty Isom. I made a lot of beats. I made the, it's a photo shoot. Girl, it's a photo shoot, man. I'm right there in the hood cooking up, you know what I'm saying? Like, at their house, I used a lot of that power. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, stretching power like extension cords is real, you know what I'm saying? To me, that's what I did. Stretch that power like extension cords, you know what I'm saying? In these streets, sweeping these niggas like I'm doing chores. You know what I'm saying? It's real to me, you know what I mean? You know, it's a blessing. We all in pocket when it come down to these Tate Street Boys, you know what I'm saying? We all in pocket. We all in pocket. You know what I'm saying? But, man, go check that, man. And the video running.
Yeah.
The video going up.
For sure. Now we gotta nip this in the bud, man, about your tag. What's that TD Jakes?
Nah, hell nah. Y'all know that was not no goddamn TD Jakes, man. You know what I'm saying?
That meme was funny as hell, though.
Oh, yeah, man. Ace Vayner, Fool, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ace. Shout out to TD Jakes, though, you know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if we got some.
Nah, for
real.
real.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I always wanted to do some smashes in the gospel world, you know what I'm saying? So, fully capable, you know what I'm saying? Whitney Houston was one of the works that I did producing Salute, you know what I mean? So man, shout out to TD Jakes, but that ain't TD. That's one of the goons. That's one of the goons.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, I want to congratulate you on celebrating 5 years on your House of Fresh business, man. If
Absolutely.
people ain't checked it out yet, y'all got some of the best shoes, flyers, gear,
House of Fresh.
all types of shit going on there. So I want you to just brag on yourself real quick, man. Talk about just, you know, putting that store there and then just, you know, making that vision come to life.
Man, honestly, I would always.
Again.
My bad.
But that phone, boy, I hope you got a good case.
Yeah, good case. Man, I will always honestly go to Lenox to shop. Sometimes Greenbrier. I would shoot out to Walters. And at that particular time, it's really like, okay, Greenbrier, Perimeter, you know, if it's a mall or something like that, or Lenox, traffic like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Especially gradually from 2003 to 2013. Now this last 10-year stretch was just even crazier with just being able to get to clothes when you need to get to them for a photo shoot, video shoot, or whatever, especially same night type of thing, you know what I mean? You miss the mall, whatnot. And I had so many relationships with clothes, you know, getting free clothes from just a lot of different companies. I was like, man, I gotta do something bigger, I gotta do something special, like, and a way where I can, you know, offer business to these relationships. So I remember going to the bank one time, making a deposit, Bank of America right across the street. And the spot, House of Fresh, was a tattoo spot and a furniture store right before me. So I always would pass by that spot. I remember it being a tattoo spot. I remember it turning into a furniture store. And then I seen it for Felice one day, and I was like, damn, let me see what they want, you know what I mean? And man, we worked out some numbers, and man, you know what I'm saying? I ended up having it, you know what I'm saying? And I started reaching out to all of the companies that I got clothes from, like, y'all just opened up a store, we need the account, and bam, started getting approved with Champion and Cookies, and bam, bam. And I was like, man, I gotta open up something that's just, you know, available for the rap community, the hip hop community, the studio. You know, that's the studio capital, you know what I'm saying, in Atlanta. All the studios right there off of Howell Mill, North Side.
Best area. And
it's always guys that's, you know, trying to, you know, either get a haircut, take a shower, get their clothes together and go to the show or go to the photo shoot or whatever. So I wanted to make sure we had a shower. I wanted to make sure we had a barber area, you know what I'm saying, as well as the fly gear, the shoes and all of that to go along with it, just to make it like for real one-stop shop experience. And we did that, man. 5 years in the game. It's been a blessing. Follow us on the Instagram at House of Fresh ATL. Check out the website, houseoffresh.online.
Absolutely, man. In addition to that, you know, you be doing events there too, so you know, shit don't stop.
Oh yeah, we did the BET gifting experience, man. We had over 2,200 people. That was crazy. Some of everybody pulled up. Charleston White, Pierre, the comedian, man. Some of everybody was pulling up, man. So definitely shout out to the BET gifting suite and shout out to Taylor Fruit Sale, man.
Hell yeah, definitely. So, you know, with you just being in the game for a long time, and like I said, what I admire most is that you are a student of the game and that you also, you know, put your hand back out there. Like, you know, what keeps you focused and motivated just dealing with the bullshit too? Because you do go through a lot of adversity, but what keep you going?
The motivation, man, my brother kids, grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? He left 4 kids, he left 4 grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? We got a militia, a little squad over there, you know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to nephew, you know what I'm saying? Big bro, first son, Devin. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Jordan, you know what I'm saying, his second son. And, man, shout out to Selena, shout out to Raven, the daughters, you know what I'm saying? And, man, the grandbabies, they doing well, too. So just every time I see them and how far they done came, how much progress they done made, it just make me happy. And, you know, it give me motivation. Like, they almost like they made my kids. Like, I'm my brother's keeper, you know what I'm saying? Thank God Gangsta Boo ain't had no kids. Them will be mine too, you know what I'm saying? But my sister's keeper, she got a lot of things that we still got to look after and you know, help orchestrate. So, you know, it's just about taking care of your family, your people, and the ones you love, you know what I'm saying? And it's all written, you know what I'm saying? It's just up to you how you execute.
Facts, man. What would you say the word progress mean to you right now? You know, every time we talk, I'm gonna ask you that same question.
Yeah, progress is evolution. Progress is, you know, not being stagnant. You know what I mean? Progress is always learning, even if you're still in the same place that you feel like you don't want to be. You know what I mean? And it could be a mental place, it could be a physical place, it could be a city. You can be like, man, I'm just ready to get out of this city, da 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 da. But you still see evolution with the bank account. You might see evolution with relationships, or you might see evolution with perspective. You know what I mean? And just changing the way I look at something. Like, man, I remember last year I used to look at this like this, but now I get it. And those moments are evolution. Those moments are growth, you know what I mean? So mental evolution could be sometimes the most important, you know what I mean? And I think if you master the mental evolution, the physical starts to follow, you know what I'm saying?
Facts, man. So, Drumma, what would be your message to your people, man? You know, whether that's your community, fans, whatever, right now.
My message has always been unity from day one, you know what I'm saying? The strength is in numbers, supporting our businesses, supporting our restaurants, supporting our banks, you know what I mean? Supporting our creatives, supporting our techs, supporting our children. You know what I mean? And giving them the belief and the backing and the finances, man. My mom didn't have the money for the equipment that I wanted, but she had the credit. So she financed it, you know what I mean? And got about $7,000 worth of equipment financed and was paying about $200-300 a month. You know what I mean? And bam, you know, she let me know about that $200-300 monthly, you know what I mean? And as I could contribute, here go 100, mama, here go 100, here go 1,000, mama, here go 10,000, mama, let me redo the attic, mama, let me, you know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
So, you know, it's always a blessing to be able to give back to that source that fed you. And I think that's one of the biggest problems, like, you know, whether I gave you $500 and you started a business and that business turned to $1 million, or whether I gave you $100, or whether I gave you a referral. I just sent you some money. I sent you some business, and your business grow and become the next big thing. Like, you gotta return that favor.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When I start my business, when I start my company, you know what I mean? And I think that's one thing folks be so just happy to go across the finish line. Like, man, I made it to my couple million, and then you ain't really trying to instill that business in these kids that's about to graduate coming out of college or coming out of high school.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think, you know, just us figuring out creative ways, like I said, forums, panels, you know, events, experiences, anything where involving the youth and involving the children and giving them an opportunity to get into this business. And next thing you know, now we running the business. You know what I mean? So, you know, at some point we got to unify, team up, and really start supporting each other, man. Like, I ain't talking about go get this or go get that. Like, nah, this is in the heart, you know what I mean? And you wake up thinking about, man, how I can better these businesses around me as well as my own business, and those blessings just pour. You know what I mean? So, you know, get your cup full, but you want that cup to overrun us.
For sure. Hell yeah, Drumma, man. Well, until the next time, man, I always appreciate you. I appreciate you skipping class with me, man. And I just thank you for being you.
Already. It's crazy, man. We skipped class for real. And now we here, you know what I mean, still skipping class, man. But that means we was doing something that we love to do. When I was skipping class, I was playing ball. You know what I mean? I was going finding different Jordans from different shoes and reselling them. Then, 14, 15, 16, skipping school, you know what I mean? And it's because I already had turned in my work, so I was real fast with my work, real fast with my, so, you know, sixth period, I was off anyway. You know what I'm saying? Even the class before that I might have skipped a few times, history, it wasn't real history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't real history. That was somebody else's history.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't need to be there for that anyway. You know what I mean? Just for the agricultural portion. You know what I'm saying? Learn the world, learn the states. You know what I mean? Learn the math, learn the English. But man, you know, I'm looking into learning some original languages of where we come from as well. And, you know, taking it back to the origin, you know what I'm saying? The original recipe, Drumma Boy, D-Boy Fresh.
The Progress Report.